Hello students, today we'll go for a new topic, an interesting topic, that is inverse trigonometric functions. So inverse, in your previous topic you have already learned in the chapter relations, sets and relations and functions. What is a function? Types of functions. Among the types of function, when the function is said to be inverse, means when for what type of functions the inverse exists. So let me explain in brief what is a function, what is a bijection, and what is the inverse function before going to the inverse trigonometric functions. Suppose if f is a function from a to b, where a is the domain and b is the range, as you are already known. Now, when this function is a bijection, what is bijection? A function which satisfies both 1, 1 as well as onto. If a function is said to be bijection, means a function is said to be bijective if f is both 1, 1 as well as onto. What is 1, 1? 1, 1 function. What is 1, 1? If x1 comma x2 belongs to A, means if we take two different inputs, that is from the domain, and so that if f of x1 is equal to f of x2 implies x1 is equal to x2, or if x1 is not equal to x2 implies f of x1 is not equal to f of x2, means a function is said to be 1, 1 if distinct elements of the domain should have distinct images in the codomain. Then that type of function is said to be 1, 1. Next, onto function. For every element of the codomain, if y belongs to b, is for every element, suppose y belongs to b, means that is the codomain, there exists at least one x belongs to A, there exists at least one element x in the domain such that f of x is equal to y. Then that function is said to be onto function. So if f is both 1, 1 and onto, then this function is said to be bijection. So if it is a bijection, then inverse exists. Means we'll go by the arrow diagram. Suppose f is a function from a to b. x1, x2 are two elements. x1 means f of x1, that is y1. x2 means f of x2, that is y2. If this is a bijection, then inverse exists. Inverse means there exists one function that is from G mapping from B to A, means it is a reverse. If A is the domain of this function and B is the range of this function, then its reverse means from B to A. G is a function from B to A. G is a function from B to A is also a bijection. And this function is called the inverse of this function f, and it is denoted by f inverse. Means f inverse is a function from B to A, where B is the domain for f inverse and A is the range for f inverse. Means whatever the elements exist for the means whatever the elements exist, that is the output, or whatever the elements exist in the range for this function will act as the domain for the inverse function, and whatever the elements exist in the domain for this function f will act as the range for f inverse. So in order a function to exist, a inverse function exists, then first of all the function should be a bijection. In order to find out the inverse function, first of all the function f should be a bijection, means it should be both 1 1 and onto. So similarly, if x is the input, then f of y is the output, means f of x is the output, and that is denoted by y. If this is a bijection, then f inverse, and this will act as the input, then f inverse of y will be x. Means if f of x is equal to y is a bijection, then f inverse of y will be x. So similarly, we'll go back to the trigonometric functions. So what are the trigonometric functions we had learned is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, secant theta, cosecant theta, and cot theta. Now we will see and we will check each trigonometric function whether it is a bijection or not. If it is a bijection, inverse exists. But if it is not a bijection, then inverse trigonometric function does not exist. But when the trigonometric function is a bijective, and when it will be inverse exist. So let's see one by one. So we'll see the first trigonometric function sin x, and the domain of sin x is R, and the range is closed interval -1 comma 1, and we had already learned the graphs of 6 trigonometric functions in the previous sessions. So again we'll see the same graphs one by one, and as we know that the sin x domain is R and the range is closed interval -1 comma 1, and this is the graph. That is, the inputs are 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi, and it oscillates between -1 to +1. In general, the trigonometric functions are not 1-1 functions. Why? Because if you consider the sin x graph, it is not a 1-1 function, because if we put 0, sin 0 is 0, pi is also 0, 2 pi is also 0, means distinct elements of the domain is having the same image, that is 0. Or if we go by the arrow diagram, suppose sin is a function, if I go consider 0, pi, 2 pi, then sin 0 will be 0, sin 0 is 0, sin pi is also 0, sin 2 pi is also 0. So this sin function is not a 1-1 function. If it is not a 1-1 function, then it is not a bijective function. And sin theta is a onto function. Onto function means if the range is -1 to +1, all the elements of the range will have at least one pre-image in the domain. So sin theta is onto, but it is not 1-1. In order to be a 1-1 function, we have to restrict the domain in such a way that sin theta should be bijective. Again, it should be 1-1 as well as onto. But if we restrict from 0 to pi by 2 only, we can have 0 to 1 elements only, but we don't have -1 to 0. So again we have to increase the values. If I increase pi by 2 to pi, then again whatever the angles exist in between 90 to 180, sin theta will be positive, but we can't have the chances of getting the negative values. So if we restrict the domain from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, means see the red lines. So if we restrict the domain, if we restrict our domain R to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, from 0 to pi by 2 we can have positive values, from 0 to 1. From minus pi by 2 to 0 we can have the values of outputs as -1 to 0. Means if we restrict the domain sign from closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to closed interval -1 comma 1, then this restricted domain, if we restrict the domain, then this function is 1 1 means distinct elements will have the distinct images. Means every element of this minus pi, from the minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 will map to a unique element in the range. So this function becomes a 1 1 as well as onto. If it is both 1 1 and onto, means it is a bijective. If this is bijective, then inverse exists. Means if you go by the arrow diagram, if this is a sine function, the domain is minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, which is an angle, and this range is -1 comma 1 is a angle. If theta is an angle in between minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, there will be only one image, one output, that is x. Sin theta is equal to x. Now this is a bijective. Then if it is a bijective, then inverse exists. Inverse from where to where? It's the reverse of the domain and range. Means the domain becomes the range and the range becomes the domain for the inverse function. Now if this is a inverse, that is sin inverse is a new function. From where to where? From, if x is the input for sin inverse, then output will be theta. Means x is equal, that is sin inverse of x is equal to theta. Means if sin theta is equal to x, implies theta is equal to sin inverse of x. So this is a inverse function and it is denoted by sin inverse. So we will write the definition of the inverse sine trigonometric function, inverse sine function. So we will see the definition, that is the function f is mapping from closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. This is our restricted domain for sine function. To closed interval -1 comma 1 defined by f of x is equal to sin x is a bijection. Then if it is a bijection, the inverse function is also a bijection. The inverse of f from where the reverse of these sets from -1 comma 1 into closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is also a bijection. Then this function is called inverse sine function or arc sine function, and it is denoted by sine inverse or arc sine. Means sine, for the sine inverse, it's mapping from closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Then this will act as the domain for sine inverse, but the same domain will act as the range for the sine function, and this will be the output for sine inverse of x. Whatever the angles exist, that are the outputs for sine inverse of x. But the same range is will act as the domain for the sine function, restricted domain. So this is the domain and range for sine inverse. Next, we'll see the cosine function, inverse trigonometric function for cos. Now we'll go for cos x. So cos x is a function from with domain R to range is closed interval -1 comma +1. Means the domain is R. It is defined for all angles. So if the inputs are on the x-axis and the outputs are on the y-axis, so this, if we consider, this is the graph for cos x. But this cos x is not 1-1 function. If it is not 1-1 function, means it is not a bijection. If it is not a bijection, means inverse does not exist. But when this inverse function exists, means it should be a bijective. If it is a bijective, means it should be 1-1 as well as on-2. Now, this cos x is not a 1-1. Why it is not 1-1? Because if we consider 0, cos 0 is 1. And if we consider 2 pi, cos 2 pi is also 1. Means distinct elements, means 0 and 2 pi are distinct, but it is having the same image, that is 1. So in that case, cos x is not 1-1 function. But in order to be a 1-1 function and it should be a bijection, we have to restrict our domain in such a way that distinct elements of the domain should have a unique image in closed interval -1 comma 1. So if we restrict our domain from 0 to pi, from 0 to pi means the values will be, so the graph will be like this. So this is our restricted domain, means from 0 to pi by 2 the cos theta values will be positive, and in between pi by 2 to pi the values are negative. So this is our restricted domain. Means from 0 to pi, if we take, then cos theta will be a bijective function. Means if cos is a function from closed interval 0 comma pi to -1 comma 1, then this function will be a bijective function. If this is a bijective, then inverse exists. Means if we go by the arrow diagram, so cos is a function from where to where? From the domain 0 comma pi to closed interval -1 comma 1. If some theta is an element which belongs to 0 to pi, then there will be a unique element exist in the closed interval -1 comma 1. That is cos theta will be x. And this is a bijective. And if this is a bijective, then the inverse function exists from this domain to the range. Means it is denoted by cos inverse. So cos inverse is a function from -1 comma 1 to 0 comma pi. Means if cos theta is equal to x, implies then theta will be cos inverse of x. Then this also becomes a bijection. So we'll see the definition in brief. That is the function f is mapping from 0 to pi, closed interval 0 comma pi to closed interval -1 comma 1. Means this is the restricted domain for cos x. So that if this function becomes a bijection. Then if it is a bijection, then the inverse of f from closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval 0 comma pi is also a bijection. And this function is called inverse cosine function or arc cosine function, and it is denoted by cos inverse or arc cos. Means a cos inverse is a function from closed interval -1 comma 1 to closed interval 0 comma pi. Means the inputs should be from -1 to +1, and whatever the outputs will exist, that should be in between 0 to pi. Next, we'll go for the trigonometric function tan. Next, tan theta. So tan theta is not defined for odd multiples of pi by 2. Means it is defined everywhere except odd multiples of pi by 2 and the range is R. So if we consider the graph tan x, the red dotted vertical lines are not defined at particular places. So it is not defined at pi by 2, it is not defined at 3 pi by 2, it is not defined at minus pi by 2, not defined at minus 3 pi by 2. So the dotted lines are indicates the not defined. And this is the graph of the tan theta or tan x function. And this tan x function is not a bijection. If it is not a bijection means it may be not 1 1 or it doesn't satisfies any one of the two functions. Either it will be 1 1 or on 2. But it is not 1 1 function. Why? Because if we consider 0, tan 0 is 0. Pi, tan pi is also 0. Means 0 and pi are distinct, but it is having the same image 0 output. So it is not a bijective function. If it is not a bijection means the inverse does not exist. So in order to find the inverse or in order to inverse function exists, then we have to restrict our domain. What is our domain? R. All real numbers except odd multiples of pi by 2. We have to restrict in such a way that distinct elements of the domain should have a distinct images or distinct outputs. So if we consider our closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, if we consider from 0 to 90, all the values will be above 0, means we will get positive real numbers. And if we consider from minus pi by 2 to 0, we will get the negative real numbers. Means if we restrict our domain, the entire domain to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 open, because the endpoints are not included. If you observe this, so this is our restricted domain, and if we consider the domain from open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then this tan function will be bijective because distinct elements of the domain will have the distinct outputs. Then this function is a bijective function. Means if tan is a function from open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to R, then this becomes a bijection. If it is both 1 1 and on 2. If this is a bijection, then inverse function exists, and this inverse function is denoted by tan inverse. And tan inverse, what will be the domain and what is the range of what tan inverse means? It is the reverse case of the tan theta. There. So reverse means that whatever the output or whatever the range is there, that range will act as the domain for tan inverse R, and the domain of tan restricted domain will act as the output or range for tan inverse, that is open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Now we will see the definition in brief. So the function f from open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to R is defined by f of x equal to tan x is a bijection. So this is our restricted domain. So that in this case every element of the domain will have a unique image in the range. Means distinct elements of the domain will have a distinct images. So if it is both 1 1 and on 2 means it is a bijection. Then the inverse function from R to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is also a bijection. Then this function is called inverse tangent function, and it is denoted by tan inverse or arctan. Means tan inverse is a function from R to open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Means if it is a value, if the value is the input, the output is the angle. Next we'll go for cot, inverse trigonometric function for cot. Now we'll go for cot x. The domain of cot x is defined for all angles, means all real numbers except multiples of pi and the outputs are the range is R. Means it is not defined for multiples of pi, 0 into pi, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi. So the red dotted vertical lines indicates the values are not defined. Means it is not defined at 0, not defined at pi, not defined at 2 pi, not defined at minus pi, not defined at minus 2 pi. And this is the graph for cortex, and cortex is not a bijective function because it is not a one-one function. Why it is not a one-one function means if we show that if any two distinct images will have the same image, it is not a one-one function. If you observe this, pi by 2, cot 90 is 0 and cot 270 is also 0. Means distinct images, these are different but it is having the same image. So it is not a one-one function and it is not a bijective function. In order to be a bijective function, we have to restrict our domain. Means in such a way that distinct elements of the domain should have the distinct images and it should be also onto function. So then only we can have the bijective function. Means if we restrict our domain, say if you observe, if we consider from 0 to pi, from 0 to 90 degrees, it will be above x-axis. Means the outputs are positive. And if we consider from 90 to 180, the angles are below x-axis. Means the outputs will be negative values. So this is our restricted domain and the graph of the restricted domain, cortex. If we restrict our domain to 0 to pi, means from cot open interval 0 comma pi, because 0 and pi are not defined, to R, then this function will be 1 1 as well as onto. If it is both 1 1 and onto, means it is a bijection. If it is a bijection, means inverse exists, and that is from cot inverse from what will be the domain, and the range will be the reverse of the trigonometric function cot, that is from R to open interval 0 comma pi. So this is the domain and range for cot inverse of x. Now we will see the definition in brief. So that is the function f from open interval 0 comma pi to R is defined by f of x is equal to cot x. Means we have restricted the domain to that is 0 to pi, open interval 0 comma pi is a bijection. Then the inverse function from R to open interval 0 comma pi is also bijection. Then this inverse function is called inverse cotangent function or arc cot function, and it is denoted by cot inverse. So that is cot inverse is a function from R to open interval 0 comma pi, and we will see the graph of this cot inverse, sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse in the after the completion of the definitions of each and every inverse trigonometric function. Now the function f of x defined on all real numbers except odd multiples of pi by 2 to minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity, defined by f of x is equal to secant x, and secant x is not defined for odd multiples of pi by 2. So the red dotted line, vertical lines, indicates where the angle is not defined. So it is not defined at pi by 2, it is not defined at 3 pi by 2, it is not defined at minus pi by 2, not defined at minus 3 pi by 2. And this is the graph of the secant x, where the inputs are on the x-axis and outputs are on the y-axis. Now we'll see we'll check whether the secant x is a bijection. So obviously it is not a bijection because secant x is not a 1 1 function. Though it is onto function, but it is not a 1 1 function. Why? Because secant 0 is 1, secant 2 pi is also 1, and moreover secant of minus 2 pi is also 1. Means distinct images or distinct elements from the domain is having the same image. So it is not a 1 1 function. In order to be a one function, we have to restrict the entire domain to some limit domain in such a way that every element of the domain should have a unique image. So if we restrict our domain from 0 to pi by 2 only, then we can have only positive values, that is from 1 to infinity. So we can't find the negative values. So we have to increase our domain. So if we restrict the domain from 0 to pi except pi by 2. So from 0 to pi we can have positive values from 1 to infinity, and from pi by 2 to pi we can have from minus infinity to minus 1. So if we restrict our domain from, that is from 0 to pi except pi by 2. So this is our restricted domain. If we restrict our domain from 0 to pi, we can find the secant x is a bijective function. If it is a bijective, means secant is a function from closed interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2 to minus infinity comma minus 1 union 1 comma infinity is a bijection. If this is a bijection, then secant inverse is a function from where to where? It is the reverse of the secant function. Minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity to closed interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2. This is a secant inverse function. Inverse secant function, and it is denoted by secant inverse. So we will see the definition. So now the function f of x defined from 0 closed interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2, means that is the restricted domain for secant theta, as we have discussed in the graph. So 0 to pi 2 except pi by 2 to minus infinity to minus 1 close union half close 1 to infinity, defined by f of x is equal to secant x is a bijection. So if it is a bijection, then the inverse function is also bijection. That is from where to where is from minus infinity to minus 1 close union half close 1 to infinity into close interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2 is also a bijection. Then this function is called inverse secant function or arc secant function, and it is denoted by secant inverse. Means secant inverse f is a function from where to where, means from minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 comma infinity to closed interval 0 comma pi from closed interval 0 comma pi except pi by 2. Or we can define this as half close 0 comma pi by 2 open union half open pi by 2 comma pi close. So next we'll go for cosecant function. So the function defined for all angles except multiples of pi to minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity, defined by f of x equal to cosecant x. So we'll see what type of function it is. So cosecant graph is on the inputs are on the x-axis and outputs on the y-axis, and the red dotted vertical lines are not defined at the respective angles. So at least the cosecant is not defined at 0, it is not defined at pi, not defined at 2 pi, not defined at minus pi, not defined at minus 2 pi. Next, and we'll check whether it is a 1 1 or not. So if we consider pi by 2 and 5 pi by 2 and minus 3 pi by 2, these three angles are different, but it is having the same image plus 1. Means distinct elements of the domain is having the same output, it is 1. Therefore it is not a 1 1 function. In order to be a 1 1 function as well as onto function, we have to restrict the domain from, that is for entire R from n, where R from, that is from excluding n pi, we have to restrict the domain so that that function should be 1 1 as well as onto function. Now if I consider from 0 to pi, if I go for 0 to pi entirely, then we can have the set of values from 1 to infinity only. Means the values are above 1, but we can't find the images which are below -1. So if we consider the domain from -π/2 to π/2 except 0, from 0 to π/2 we can have the values from 1 to infinity, 1 and above the values, and from -π/2 to 0 we can have the values from -infinity to -1. So this is our restricted domain. So that in this function, distinct angles will have the distinct outputs, and every element of the codomain will have at least one pre-image in the domain. So if in this restricted domain, the cosecant becomes the bijection. If it is a bijection, inverse also exists, and we will see the definition of the inverse cosine function. So the function defined from closed interval -π/2, π/2 except 0 to -infinity to -1 closed union 1 to infinity, defined by f of x is equal to cosecant x, is a bijection. Then its inverse from -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity to closed interval -π/2, π/2 except 0 is also a bijection. Then this function is called inverse cosecant function or arc cosecant function, and it is denoted by cosecant inverse of x or arc cosecant x. Means cosecant inverse is a function from -infinity to -1 union 1 comma infinity to closed interval -π/2 π/2 except 0, or we can rewrite as half close -π/2 0 open union half open 0 π/2 close. So these are the inverse trigonometric function. We will have the tabular column for domain, restricted domain, and range for the trigonometric functions, and we'll see the domain and range for inverse trigonometric function also. So the table consists of the actual domain and what is the restricted domain and what is the range. So if it is a restricted domain, and what is the domain and range for inverse trigonometric function. So for sin x, the actual domain is R, and the restricted domain is closed interval -π/2 π/2, and the range is closed interval -1 1. Next, if this is a one bijection, then its inverse, sin inverse, is a function from domain -1 1 to closed interval -π/2 π/2. Second, the cos x, original domain is R, and the restricted domain is 0 to pi. So if we restrict, then we can have the inverse function. So that is from 0 to pi to closed interval -1 1. If this is the restricted domain, then inverse exists, that is cos inverse from where to where? The reverse of the function cos. Because the range of this function will act as the domain for cos inverse of x. So -1 to 1 to 0 to pi is the range. Next, for tan x, the original domain is all real numbers except odd multiples of π/2, and if you restrict the domain from the entire domain to open interval -π/2 π/2, and the range is R, then inverse function exists. That is, tan inverse is a function from the domain is R and range is open interval -π/2 π/2. Means it is the reverse of that function. Next, cot x, all real numbers except multiples of pi is the original domain, and we are restricted to open interval 0 pi, and range is R. Then cot inverse is a function, and the range domain of this will be R, and the range will be open interval 0 pi. Next, secant x, all real numbers except odd multiples of π/2, and the restricted domain is closed interval 0 pi except π/2, and the range is -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. So if we restrict the domain, if we restrict our domain, in this secant function becomes a bijective function, and if it is a bijective, secant inverse function exists. So secant inverse, that is from the reverse of these functions, minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. 2, the range is closed interval 0 comma pi to 0 comma pi except pi by 2. And the last is cosecant x. The actual domain is R except multiples of pi where n belongs to z, and the restricted domain is closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 to except 0 to minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. And if this becomes a bijection. So if it is bijection, the inverse cosecant is also a bijection, that is from minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity is the domain, and the range is closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 except 0. So this table, if you remember, then it will be easy for finding the different problems. So this table is very important. Next we'll go for the graphs. So now we'll see the graphs of trigonometric functions with restricted domain and inverse trigonometric functions. So first one is sin x is from closed interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. The output is from minus 1 to plus 1, and this is the graph. If this is again the inverse trigonometric function with inputs from minus 1 to plus 1 on the x-axis, and outputs will be from on the y-axis, that is from minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So this is a graph for sin inverse of x. Second, for cos x, the domain is from restricted domain is 0 to pi, and the output is from minus 1 to plus 1. This is the graph for cos x, and this is with the restricted domain. And the outputs, next in the inverse trigonometric function, the 0 to pi will act as the output which will be on the y-axis, and whatever the output exists for this function will act as the input for this graph, that is from minus 1 to plus 1. So we can have in inverse from 0 to 1 we can have positive, and from minus 1 to 0 we can have the angles between pi by 2 to pi. Next, in a trigonometric function tan. Third, the restricted domain is open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, which is on the domain x-axis, and the output will be r, entire r, all real numbers. And this is the inverse tangent function. Means the output will be the input is r, and the outputs will be open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and this is the graph. Next, fourth, cot x. The restricted domain is open interval 0 to pi, and the domain range is r. If this is a bijection, then inverse also exists, and this is the inverse cotangent function, that is cot inverse of x, and the outputs, the domain is r and output is open interval 0 to pi with the dotted lines, and this is the shape of the cot inverse of x. And the next two graphs, secant inverse of x and cosecant of x, please try yourself. Next, we will study the properties on inverse trigonometric functions in the next section. Thank you.